Hello, hello, testing. All right, awesome. I think we're live. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Juliana, and I'm DevRel at NodeOps. Um, and today we're going to talk about a new product. But first, I'll give you a little intro about myself. I have been a developer since 2017. I have worked exclusively for the Web3 community. I've worked on a ton of projects, including launching crypto tokens, NFT marketplaces, mempools. I've worked for pretty much any aspect of Web3 that I cared about. And so I've also done a ton of hackathons in the process. So I've deployed a lot of apps. And I want to give you a little brief about my journey in how I started. When I started as a developer in 2017, I was building apps and deploying them two ways. I would deploy them on Heroku because it was like the easiest. I would just connect my GitHub and then bam, my app was out there. I was able to host my full stack applications and demo them to the crowd. I would also, a more difficult way, I would also use AWS EC2 instances, which took a little bit more to set up, but it was pretty common. Those are the two options, really. And then as the years went on, more and more like CI/CD tools came about. It became easier and easier to deploy. And Heroku over the years really changed. There were competitors that came out, for a little bit. Netlify was something we used, and also Vercel. But so today I want to introduce my favorite CI/CD tool that I've been using lately, and it's called Autogen. So if you want to give it a try, this is the QR code down here, and I have a link to a GitHub repo right here so that you can scan and try it out yourself. It's that easy. So today I'm going to walk you through how to use Autogen. It's literally so fast that if you blink, you're going to miss it. So I'm going to take you to my desktop, and here we go. By the way, if you want to follow along, the QR code is there. It's autogen.nodeops.network. Okay, so welcome to the UI. Let me talk about this real quick. So as we're looking at the screen here, once you sign in, it's gonna look like this. So it's very simple. On the left side, you have projects, you have a marketplace, you have help. That's it. And then there's only one button on the right, new projects. And today what we're gonna do is I'm gonna demo deploying your project 3 different ways. The first 2 are super fast. And then the third one is gonna be connecting your GitHub, also super fast. So what we're looking at are 2 projects that I've already deployed. I have a bot on the left side, a Telegram bot, and I have a Docker image of NAN on the right side. Let's start with the first method, which is an existing template. So you can do this right now. If you go to autogen.nodeops.network, you can deploy it right now. Click on New Projects, come down here. There is 3 options, GitHub, Docker, and an existing template. We're going to do the existing template first. Come down and click on Try a Template. And here we have a bunch of templates that you can try. These are demo templates. And today we're going to do, let's do converter demo. This is a currency converter demo, and it's super easy. You just click Deploy Template. Let me maximize the screen. Yeah, there we go. I clicked on demo template, and you give it a quick name and say, I don't know, money app. Click on deploy. Now what's happening here is this template is being deployed on our DeepIn infrastructure. Over here, you have a bunch of information that you could monitor. including like environment variables that you wanted to add. And very similar to a lot of CI/CD tools out there, once you add a new environment, you can trigger a new deploy by clicking Deploy Project. You can also view logs and analytics. And just like that, the application's ready. I'm going to click on Visit Project over here. And voila, that's my app. It was that quick. I did it all with one hand. And I'm going to use it real quick. Let's convert some US dollars to euros. Let's see. 100 US dollars would be 85 euros. Awesome. This works. Also, our demo templates, you can view the source code over here. You can follow us on Twitter, Build on NodeOps, and you can watch our tutorials as well. So this is method number 1. Super easy, right? If you have any questions, by the way, type them into our chat. I'll be sure to answer them at the end. Now we're going to move on to method number 2. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention was that like your app is shareable. That link I went to, you can 100% come to this link right now, money-app.build001.nodeops.network. Can you see this URL? Yes, you can. Awesome. You can share it. This is just the URL this is the URL you have. You can also delete it. So deleting it, very simple. Click on delete. Let's go back to option number 2. So we're back to the projects, and you can see instead of 2 projects, I have the third one over here. Now I'm going to click on new project, and we're going to do option number 2, this option. Now we're going to deploy an existing Docker container. I'm going to click deploy Docker container. And this time I'm going to use my personal Docker. Now, if you don't have a Docker image, I have tutorials on how to turn your app into a public Docker image that you can share. So let me use mine. I'm going to type in my username, Juliana Peace, and my Docker image is called calc. Now, this is very important. You have to do semicolon and then the tag of your Docker image. For me, it is version 0.1. Okay, don't forget this piece. You have to include the tag. I am deploying on port 3000, and I'll give my app a name, calc app. And then you can also enter your run command, which is optional. By default, it takes it from the Docker file that's in your Docker image. So this is optional. You can also enter your environment variables over here. Very simple. And my app doesn't have any environment variables, so I'm just going to click deploy. So project is being deployed now. Just like before, we see the same screen. We have environment variables that we can edit. And when the app is up, I can click on Visit Project. And voila, there's my calc app, calcapp.build.001. This link is live and shareable. This is a live demo I can share to the world. So it's just a calculator, 8 times 9, 72, awesome. Source code is here. Follow us on Twitter. There's the YouTube tutorial. These are little apps that I've created. So now let's move on to the final way of deploying. This is the third and last way. So now we have 4 projects, right? Let's do one last project, and we'll close up the demo and move on to questions in the chat. So just like before, I'm going to click New Project, and I'm going to click on Select GitHub Repository. So I've already connected my GitHub, just like any third-party app. You can give it permissions. You can give Autogen permissions to have access to all of your GitHub repositories or just one. I've given it access to all. So I clicked on Browse Repository. And in this dropdown, I have all of my repos, all of them, right? However embarrassing that it is, these are all of my repos from over the years. So the one I'm going to deploy today is this one, Web3 Task Manager. And then I'm going to select my branch, to the main branch. And I know this is a Next.js app, so I'm selecting that as my framework. My server is 3000. And I can actually leave my project name empty and don't have any environment variables, but this is where I would set them. You can also do a custom run command, build command. If you had a Docker file, you can you can do that here. I think you don't have to though. Without this, your Autogen will automatically create a Docker file from your project. Okay, so now I'm all set. I'm ready to hit deploy. Okay, project is deploying. Just like before, we're looking at the same UI. There are logs, builds, analytics. We're also go over this one button. It's called Create in Sandbox. This is a super cool tool right after we're done deploying. All right, project is live. I'm going to click Visit Project. And voila, that's my app. My task would be eat lunch. Awesome. Okay, so that concludes the 3 different ways you can deploy your project. It's super easy. It just takes like you blinked and then you missed it, right? It was super easy. So now we're going to talk about, let's go into the kind of data you can get from like looking at your app, right? So you can look at the logs. You can follow logs here. You can also look into your analytics. All right, I think I just provisioned this, so it may be a little bit early. Let's go back. I'm also going to go into Create in Sandbox. So Sandbox is a new AI environment. Very similar to AI code generation, what this creates is a virtual IDE where you can then, it forks a copy of your code and then places it in a virtual IDE, which then you can go in and live edit, save it as is and redeploy. So now you're working in a virtual environment instead of like, off your local machine or direct to GitHub. You're working in this virtual environment. And then you can also apply like AI coding tools to it. So you can, generate new features and make edits on the fly from direct in the sandbox. To do that, just create sandbox. By the way, I'm going to reiterate one more time. You guys can try this right now. I'm going to drop the QR code right here. Bam. So try that QR code. It's totally open. I don't think there's a wait list, so you can just sign in with your Google account and try it yourself. Do we have any questions so far? Oh, thank you, Cypher. Okay, Cypher said, I see there's a marketplace. Does that mean I can fork or acquire other people's projects? Can I run projects I haven't forked? I mean, public repos that aren't necessarily my GitHub. That's a great question. That's a great question. I see there's a marketplace. That means I can fork or acquire other repos. Okay, so yes, you do have, if you fork someone's project, you will have a copy of it in your GitHub, which you can deploy. That's one way. The other way is that you can go into the marketplace on the left. So the other side of Autogen that I haven't covered is that we have a community marketplace, which means as soon as you make an app, you can put it into the marketplace, submit it, and just like an app, people can download and deploy your template and you get revenue for it. At the moment, it is 20% revenue. So if someone deploys your app for $10 a month, you get 20% of that. We're super new. We're just launching Autogen. Like this is like I totally welcome you to like try and QA it. I would love if I can, like it would be super cool. The marketplace though has not been ported over yet, but if you want to check it out, it's on cloud.nodeops.network, and we have a bunch of really cool projects. A lot of them are like DeFi related tools and AI generation. Okay, Cypher said, can I run projects I haven't forked? I mean, public repos are, oh, yeah. No, you cannot. So unless those projects are public Docker images, you cannot. It is, you don't, if the project is living in someone else's GitHub repository and you have not forked it, no, at this moment, we don't have that feature, but I can see that feature. If possible, I can click on new project and then like perhaps instead of like deploying from your own GitHub repository, there was another option over here where I can give a link to someone else's GitHub repo, which would be really cool. Yeah, but I don't understand why you would want to do that if you could just fork it yourself, you know? Oh, thank you. Hey, what's up, Idol? Okay, cool, cool. All right, any other questions in the chat? All right, if there's no more questions, I'm gonna start rattling off events and stuff that we're doing. So if you want to get involved, there's a lot of cool things. So I will be in SF tomorrow. I fly off, I think I land in the evening, and I will be there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So for at least 4 whole days, possibly 5. We'll be holding an in-person event on Thursday. It would be at the Frontier Tower from 12 to 3, where we'll be serving lunch, and then also the Homebrew Crypto Club from 6 to 9 p.m., where we'll be serving dinner. So drinks, dinner, food, come join us. I'm going to do this demo all over again in person. It's going to be super quick. I think that was only 17 minutes. Crazy, right? So that was 3 projects. And we also have a virtual hackathon going on. It's running from October 1st to October 31st. We have about $5,000 in prizes. And the only requirement is that you deploy through Autogen. Like, you can make any projects and just deploy. We are also partnered with AWS's new vibe coding tool called Q. We have a $600 bounty. You can find all of this in our Twitter. We have links to everything. So that hackathon, I think, is a $700,000 hackathon. It's quite a large one. So ours is a small bounty, 600. So to qualify, just deploy through Autogen. Easy. Any other questions? Oh, hey, thank you, Parth. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Autogen is really cool. Honestly, I've tried so many deployment tools over the years, and I just am so amazed that like the team has built something so seamless together. So I'm excited for people to get used to using it. You know, I want to be a shiller of good things. Okay, let's see. Any other events? Okay, we have 2 hackathons, in-person event. Yeah, okay. Last thing is that I'm going to leave a way to contact us. Let me see, how do I share that? Here we go. Discord. Okay, right up there is our Discord channel. You can go in there and ask questions. We have a very, very lively community. We have a bunch of ambassadors as well. So you'll get the help you need. If you're participating in the hackathon, you can find your teammates there. If you have questions about Autogen, you can reach us there. We also do promotion events, you know, NFT giveaways, promo credits, so fun things like that. So that's the Discord channel. We also have a Telegram one. It's much smaller, so I'm not going to share it. And also follow our YouTube. I make tutorials and live streams. All right. Any other questions before I close off? Thank you, Orion. I'm excited to visit SF2. Thank you. And hello, Kaga. Gino to you too. It's a great community. Okay. Without further ado, I don't have any more content. So if you want to reach me, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Discord. Come chat. And it'd be cool if you would join like our beta testing club and just battle test it. So, all right, I'm going to end this